Hello, Modern Moron listeners. Today we're back with the Senator discussing heavy-hitting important issues of the day, like Joe Biden's hugging habits, Donald Trump as a 5-year-old boy, literally not just behaving like one. We mentioned the Meuller report and the definition of the word redacted. There's a documentary out about the crowdsourced review forum Yelp called $1 Billion Bully, and the Senator ponders an Ancestry DNA test. I hope he passes. And bless his heart and his enthusiasm, it always wavers between childlike and childish. We're going to drop in on him and his excitement to let me know he's going to wear his cowboy hat for the podcast session. I hope it gives you enthusiasm as well, and thank you for listening to The Modern Moron.
I'm wearing my cowboy hat for this whole episode. I got my cowboy hat on.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
You're known for that cowboy hat, right?
I'm not wearing the black one. I'm wearing the field one when I'm out in the fields.
Okay.
Yep.
You never wear a cowboy hat, except when you're around the house. Is that pretty accurate?
I've worn a cowboy hat to see Johnny Cash. I've worn a cowboy hat just to go out once in a while. I have. Didn't I go? I had my cowboy boots on. No, those were my hiking boots. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't associate you with a cowboy hat, and yet there's a picture of you with your family, and you're the only one with a cowboy hat on. Okay.
I like a cowboy hat.
Why don't you wear your cowboy hat with your kilt?
I think that would... Let me think about that. No, that's not going to work.
Why won't it work, Mr. Fashion?
Because it's two different styles, man.
Okay.
Have you ever seen anybody in a kilt wear a cowboy hat? Anybody? Just give me one.
What's on your mind today?
Since I didn't open your email and you're not telling me which one it is, I have no idea. But do you take vitamins? Do you do vitamins? Like
not really. Sometimes.
Do you think it's worth it to take vitamins?
You remember when it was all the rage to take packets of vitamins? Like you'd buy a box and a package, you take a packet each day, and then your piss would be vibrant yellow?
Mine always is. Always. It's never clear. Is that bad? Because I take vitamins.
I was told it's literally you pissing your money away, because that yellow color is basically vitamins that your body can't absorb at that rate, so it flushes it out through your kidneys and you're pissing your money away. That's what I have been told. I could be completely wrong about that.
Somebody told me that it's because I don't drink enough water, and if I was drinking a lot of water with my vitamins, it wouldn't
be so yellow.
Yeah,
that's important stuff when you get to our demographic.
That's why I bring it up, because
that's right.
You need a new boost wherever you can get one.
That's important.
Get the boost wherever you can get it.
You drinking your chamomile tea?
No, actually today I'm drinking Geyser sparkling water. I've been outside working in the yard.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah. I'm using Roundup. Cancer-causing Roundup.
Put that in your sparkling water?
No, but I'm just saying that a jury just came out and said Roundup causes cancer.
Well, I mean, to say that it causes cancer under what, like drinking it causes cancer, touching it causes cancer, like under what?
The jury, this guy used it for 20 years. He worked for a school district and he got cancer.
How old is he?
Oh, God, I don't know.
He worked for 20 years doing it. I mean,
yeah.
And I suppose he didn't wear a particle mask or any kind of
I do
precautionary equipment. You do?
I do that. I wear a mask and gloves.
And I'm sure Roundup recommends
I'm sure it says that on there. Yeah, I haven't read it, but common sense tells you to wear a mask. I wear gloves, and, long sleeve shirt, and I wear pants, and my cowboy hat, of course. And I try to stay downwind from it, and I spray it everywhere. I like it. I do.
You like it?
Versus bending over and pulling the weed?
Yes. Pulling weeds can be very... There's a good satisfying feeling of getting your fingers in the dirt and pulling weeds.
That's your Zen coming out. Yeah, it probably is, but I've got things to do.
You called me earlier in the week just ranting and raving about something. Was it Trump? Was it... Because we haven't talked in a while. What was it? Was it Joe Biden? Was it Joe Biden smelling women's hair? Or was it that creepy, it? That might have been it.
What you going to do about it?
Yeah. I wasn't mad about it. It's just like weird. It's just
really weird. You don't get what?
Joe Biden? Get the reach around. You don't do that to anybody.
Reach around?
Not the reach around.
What? We're reading different stories about Joe Biden.
Don't do that either. Because I have a story about kind of associated with the reach around that happened somewhere on a college campus. But the whole Joe Biden thing, when you're behind somebody, man or woman, you don't reach around and like hug them like behind the back
That's
hug.
Spooning, isn't it? Technically, isn't that spooning?
That's all I care about.
It's wrong. Yeah, but it's not okay. Period. Ever. I mean, you might hug your wife from behind, but to go up from at work or somebody in a business or at a meeting and put your arms around them from behind.
That's disgusting.
It's just weird, dude. That's weird.
And that's what Joe Biden did?
Yeah. I guess he's been doing that for a long time, he said. I listened to his Twitter thing.
You listened to his Twitter. What does Twitter sound like?
His Twitter, he gave a whole dissertation about why he's going to start giving people more space. He understands that times have changed and that people need space, and I'm going to give them all the space they need.
Is this the one where he said, I'm the type of person that grabs someone by the shoulders and say, you can do this? And
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then is this also the one that Trump had someone fiddle with it a little bit?
What a bonehead.
Only our current president would take the time to do that. He's got
Tweeted that.
in crisis around the world, but he has time to, hey, would you please take this Twitter and have him sneak up behind himself and hug himself? I think that we need to spend time on that. Right? Did you see that as well?
I did. Yeah, I did.
The level of stupidity is incredible.
Good for our president.
Yeah. I don't even know where to go with that, with doing that.
With what? With what Trump did or with what Biden has done?
Yeah, with what Trump, with both, everybody. Like Trump retweeting that. It's like, okay, do you need to retweet it? No, everybody's going to see it anyway, right? Do you need to retweet it? No. Why would you do that?
You would think that our president and his Twitter account, although one thing I'll have to hand it to him on, is that he's pressing the buttons on that. He's not having his people do that. He does that. So if he retweets that, he can't blame that on, my people should not have done that. Like he's doing it, correct? Right. Which I kind of like. I think for better or for worse.
He pushes buttons. I think that guy he loves to push people's buttons.
Bing, bing, bong.
Yes,
bing, bing,
absolutely.
bing, bing.
That's it, because by pushing people's buttons, they react and say something about him. As long as you're talking about him, he's happy.
Yeah, and I don't think he means or really believes half the, maybe 95% of the stuff he says. I just think he does it to poke the bear.
Get attention?
Yeah, it's really bizarre behavior.
I still think I picture Donald Trump as being 5 years old, drawing a little drawing with his crayons, taking it into his dad, wanting his approval, saying, look what I drew, Daddy. And his dad saying, get that out of here. Go away. Bring me something.
Do you think his dad would really say that? I mean,
I think absolutely his dad said, get out of here. Don't come back with a drawing. Come back with money. Or he just did not give his son any approval.
Yeah, that's not good.
Period. And so he spent the rest of his life getting some kind of attention. That poor little kid. Well, maybe that's a way, the path to having empathy for our president.
Maybe. I don't know. So much about Donald.
I sent you another email just now.
Yeah, going back to that, we didn't even talk about the Mueller report, did we?
No, we did not. Has it been released?
Yes. Where you been?
The full thing has been released.
Oh, no, just the 4-page retracted version from
retracted
the Attorney General.
Or redacted?
I believe that would be redacted.
Because I think you just said retracted the first time, didn't you?
I'm very highly educated.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably did.
Okay. All right.
You can keep that in. I don't care.
Okay.
It's redacted.
Which means I don't know what redacted means. It means what, like a synopsis, like a summary? Right. Then just say summary.
Yeah, summary. Yeah.
So the first item is something you brought up, and so I did a little bit of research on it. It was a documentary about Yelp called $1 Billion Bully. Now, you brought that to my attention, correct?
Yeah, I did. I sent you the link from YouTube, actually.
What had you read about it? Or did you just see the link and shut it off?
I just saw the link and I watched it, and I thought it was interesting because you either love or hate Yelp. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it.
You're not a big fan of Yelp?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Because I don't think it's a even platform. I mean, you can respond to somebody, but anybody can go on there and say whatever they want about whatever. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a movie review. I used to watch the movie reviews. It's like, I like the movie. You didn't like the movie, so what? I liked it. It's like wine. I like the $20 bottle of wine. You like the $100 bottle of wine. I don't care.
You like expensive bottles of wine. You're so full of shit.
No, hey, just because it's expensive doesn't make it great.
Rombauer.
Right? It doesn't make it a good one.
Rombauer.
Okay, so
yeah, please.
Rombauer's good. So is local wine where I live by. There's lots of local wine.
How about $2 Chuck?
Never had it, to be honest with you.
I can already tell you're shifting into liar mode.
What? Yeah. You never do that. I've never had $2 Chuck. I swear to God.
I'm not sure about that. Although when you try to sound like you're sort of pondering something, I'm not sure about that. I know you're shifting into liar mode.
And what do you know? You don't even drink. You don't even drink wine. You don't drink anything.
Well, I'm not talking about drinking right now. I'm talking about you lying and how I can tell when you're fucking lying.
And you're talking about drinking wine. I'm flipping you off right now. You.
All right. Do you sense that we're just arguing right now and bickering?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm getting too wrapped up in this whole podcast thing.
I want it to be.
You know what I mean? When you start listening to critics.
Like we're talking on the phone.
Right.
I go,
All right.
when I need to talk to you and you're on your 12-day stupid silent retreat and I can't find you and I get mad and then you call me back and then it's all over with. I unleash on you.
No worries. That's what friends are for.
Not very nice.
It is. It is.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah, because I do. I totally. Anyway.
We might have one female listener, and you said she thinks I'm mean to you.
Yeah. She's probably going to listen to this podcast, and she thinks you're mean to me. That you.
I just point out hypocrisy when I hear it.
Oh.
What?
Okay. Woo. Okay. Good for you. I'm glad you pointed out. There's a ton of it on this show.
Okay.
I
All
guess.
right.
What a jackwagon.
And you know what? I'm a little nervous because I know our consultant's going to listen to this and then he's going to critique it. And I feel like I got a monkey on my back now because I know he's going to listen to it and do this and tell me about that. You can't do that. And you guys laugh too much and you got to talk over each other. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm a firefighter and I know.
You know what?
Okay.
I feel the same way a little bit. You have to be careful.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting a taste of? And we've talked about this before. And it's on the most microcosmic level of what it's like to be a celebrity. And by celebrity for this context, this is what I mean. I mean, somebody is listening to this that doesn't know you. You say your opinion about whatever we're talking about, and they make an opinion about you as a person. Remember we talked about that?
Yes.
Well,
and that drives me crazy because they really don't know me. It's an opinion. Doesn't mean I believe in it. Can I have an opinion? And I go, is that possible? Can you have an opinion and just say an opinion like, I don't like mushrooms? Well, maybe I don't like mushrooms. Maybe I like mushrooms on pizza, but I don't like them on a steak. I don't know.
True.
That they don't know me.
I'm just telling you that's what it's like to be a celebrity. They say, oh, I don't like a such and such. And they feel like they know you, even though you don't know them. So that's what it's like.
I don't like it.
Well, get used to it.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Because they don't know me. You know me. And I appreciate you. But nobody else knows me.
Do we need to cover anything else on $1 Billion Bully, the documentary on Yelp, or talking about Yelp? If you say it's not a good thing and hasn't panned out, that kind of makes me sad because in a perfect world, air quotes, that's what the internet could be good for, is people can chime in with I had a good experience with this business. I had a bad experience, and that the cream will rise to the top naturally in a perfectly democratic system.
But let's be real. How many times have you gone on and given a negative review to
a number
any
of times.
entity? Okay. I don't do it.
And I've also gone on for positive ones too.
I've done it one time for Shake Shack. That was it.
Shake Shack. That's a burger joint,
I did it
right?
for Shake Shack.
And was it to give a positive or a negative review?
Negative.
Oh, really? I've heard good things about Shake Shack.
Oh, the food was great. It was service related.
Okay.
Yeah. It's horrible. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. It was scarring. I was hungry.
Well, the whole point of this Yelp $1 Billion Bully is not about individuals chiming in. It was the thrust of it was Yelp was strong-arming businesses to sell them positive reviews. Is that correct?
Correct. And not just sell them positive reviews, but also sell the advertising. Because if you go on, you put a business page on there, you will be called by Yelp over and over and over and over and over. They will not let up.
If you put a business
to sell
page.
advertising. Yes. Yeah.
What do you mean by business page? I know when I search for something, like I want an auto mechanic, that you can pay for the equivalent of an ad and get your name put at the top of the list.
Yeah.
And it'll say sponsored. And then it will have the regular list of ones in your area.
Right. Okay. I mean, a business is a business, right? You put your business.
So you're
on
saying
there.
if I do business with Yelp and I pay for an ad that will get me to the top of the list for auto mechanics or restaurants or whatever, they'll start reaching out and contacting me over and over again, trying to get me to do what? Purchase?
I guess purchase advertising. Yeah. So you get your name up
Purchase
top.
more advertising which is legal, or are they purchasing positive reviews? That's completely different.
Yeah. That I don't know. I've never seen that side of Yelp. I've never tried to purchase positive reviews. That seems a little unethical.
If you're looking at our little outline here, because that reminded me of what Uber was doing a few years back around the summer of 2017, is Uber was tracking people after they finished their ride, specifically influential people in the Bay Area where Uber is they're headquartered, tracking people after they had finished their ride and saying, we know what you're doing. We know where you are. They were getting way too big for their britches and doing illegal stuff. And that was, for me personally, the beginning of the end for Uber. They were just totally unethical. And I find they ruined their reputation for me.
Really?
I use Lyft instead now. Do you remember that?
I vaguely remember that, but I still use Uber all the time, to be honest with you.
Well, I guarantee you, because of what I just said about it, with the vast number of listeners that we have, I could have affected at least one ride.
Okay. Check their stock tomorrow.
I bet it's down one ride.
One big long ride.
You know why? I'm an influencer. You think about that?
You are.
Mm-hmm.
You influence me. Plus you're mean,
Okay.
according to my one female listener. I got something for you.
Great.
My lovely bride wants me to do, she bought me the DNA test, the Ancestry.
Oh, do you have to like do something into a little tube or a little jar?
It's a swab.
Okay.
It's a swab. Ancestry DNA. Yeah. I don't know if I should do it. So she did it.
Why not? I don't think you need to. You're Irish, and this reminds me that you got married. Why did you get married in Ireland? I would think you would have.
Because my wife's Irish.
Yeah, but what about you? Why didn't you get married in Oklahoma, the center of the Cherokee Nation?
We eloped. I'm not going to elope to Oklahoma.
Okay.
I eloped to Paris, and then we went to Ireland. Who's going to elope to Oklahoma?
Someone who's 1/4 Cherokee and wants to identify with their heritage.
I'm going to do that someday. I'm going back to my birthplace, Oklahoma. Should I do the DNA?
Why would you not?
Because they have all these weird conspiracies now. I have nothing to be afraid of, believe me, in terms of my background. But they store this DNA. What's going to happen? I'm going to have a half-brother somewhere, or
dude,
my dad's not my dad, or
they're not going to be able to.
Mom.
Would you like me to respond?
Please.
They're not going to get that detailed with it. It's just your DNA over the millennia. They're going to say, "Oh, your heritage is from this part of Europe, or this part of Africa, or South America, or this South Pacific."
No, there's more to it.
Oh, there is.
There's more to it than that.
Please educate me.
Well, they can tell what kind of diseases you may develop, Alzheimer's, or how do you say? I can't say that anyway.
Can't say what? Can't say what?
A disease that affects your mind.
No, please.
I'm not going to say
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
One more time. Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
Great. Perfect.
So is that a little invasive? I don't know. Maybe I'm really overthinking it.
How is it invasive? I think you are overthinking it. We both overthink things.
We do. Do they store that? Do they store it somewhere in a big vault somewhere? And now my DNA is stored forever, and they can cross-reference it.
They got a big vault with Q-tips in it with people's saliva. No, they don't save it. They just save the data.
I thought it was data.
Okay.
Just saying.
Are you afraid of finding out that you might be prone to one or some other type of disease? Is that what you're concerned?
No, I'm not afraid of anything. I just don't know if I want that much information about me out there. I mean, it's a little box.
Out there? Nobody cares. What do you mean out there?
That's how they catch criminals, and I'm not a criminal.
Then what do you have to worry about?
Okay. What if someday I become a criminal?
Well, then you can start worrying about it. Maybe that'll be a deterrent to crime, is that there's a Q-tip in a vault somewhere waiting to pin you for a crime. Right. I think you should do it.
I'll do it, and we'll talk about it
Yeah.
on a podcast. I can't wait for my results to come back. Oh, boy.
Wow, that switched you over pretty fast. Now you can't wait for it.
They should be one of our sponsors, since I just given them a big plug.
Which one did you use? Ancestry.com?
Ancestry, yeah. It just says Ancestry DNA. It has a little leaf.
Great.
Is that the one? Kind of, yeah. I got the box right here. Can't eat or drink anything for 30 minutes. Then you do the swab and send it in.
Why don't you just do it in the morning?
Because I have coffee.
Do it before you have your coffee. When you wake up in the morning, you will not.
I can't do anything before. I can't do anything before. One cup of coffee. That's all I have all day. 1 cup. And it's always in the morning, and it's always good, and I need it before I do anything.
What if you swab your cheek before you have your cup of coffee, right when you wake up?
All right. I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'd rather have my cup of coffee.
Well, there you go. I can't wait for the results to come back, showing the senator has as much Cherokee Indian in him as the Jamaican bobsled team. I also realize that I have promised you 2 episodes a month, 1 episode on the 1st and 3rd Tuesday of the month, and here I am ahead of schedule with all this. I think I have an obsession problem with this podcast, and I'm not talking about perfume obsession. I'm talking about issues. But if you're willing to listen, we'll try and crank them out. I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening, and thank you for listening to The Modern Moron.